for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy over there with his hands in the air, it's the only victory he will get today, is Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. Flannel, what's going on, man?
Good day to be on BDE. We've got a spirited show for you guys today. We got some nickel packages in the second hour, always one of my favorite days of the week. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
No, absolutely, we do. And there are going to be a lot of NFL draft-centric nickel packages as well. I have some interesting sports media questions for the people.
You do.
And I'm proud of this one that I came up with. It might not be, clicky, hot take stuff, but I want to get the vibe of the people because the sports you love are coming under attack. They are.
We shall see. It's very thought-provoking. I will say that.
That's all I was looking for. Kool-Aid is in the sound
What
booth
up,
today.
though? What
Kool-Aid,
up,
my
though?
guy.
Yes, sir.
Good to run it back with you.
Hey, glad to be here. Some of my favorite people. Hey, Mr. Elite, the president, I salute thee.
All right. Absolutely. All right. KG is here in the big chair today.
Yes, I am. What up, though? I know y'all tired of seeing my face, but I'm still here. What's up with it?
Still here. Still here. We're going to get into the Lions uniform stuff. Absolutely. I got one segment we got to do on the Tigers, and we'll put that to bed, and then we're going to get really, really draft heavy with it, certainly. FJ1967, jump into the chat, by the way. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. FJ1967, good morning, Neal and chat. Good morning, FJ. Appreciate you tapping into the show. And then there's Cobezilla, who says, quote, humble and hung. That's what we are here. No, it is. So I'm excited. I love the Friday show. I love the vibe. I love all of it. But I will say this. Flannel, we are less than 1 week away from the NFL draft.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem real at this point. Probably because unlike previous years, the draft was almost like the Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions, always having a top 10 pick, wondering whether or not it's going to be screwed up. This year, though, it's like I couldn't see myself getting mad with wherever they go at 29.
Or whatever they do.
Whatever they do, yeah.
Absolutely. And we'll have some discussions on it, certainly, as we roll in to the draft week. But you know that you're getting close to the draft win. Like a lot of those moments. You're seeing everybody circle the wagons for their last-minute mock drafts and all that stuff. And our own Lions insider here, Matt Broder, was in here this morning talking about his mock draft that will be coming out next week. And you can catch it all of it, by the way, on Wake Up Woodward, 8 to 10 a.m. shout out. However, what he talked about spurned a whole side discussion that we've been talking about for the last 20-plus minutes here in the studio. Sideless, by the way. Read this one when you want to, but I am done with El Mago because I realized yesterday if we had an above-average battery in his place, hitting, the Tigers' offense would be pretty good. 3 more years. Sideless, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
You could ignore. You could be like the Sam Flannels of the world and everything like that, and ignore what he cost this team, and ignore it, and just say everything's going to be okay anyway.
We got Friday, Neal, for sure.
Since when am I a Javi Baez apologist? He's awful. I'm wondering what took you so long, Sideless. This is his third year of being one of the worst, if not the worst, everyday player in the
major leagues. In the major leagues,
absolutely. 100%.
But you also have some other candidates on this team. But we'll get to that. I told you we got a Tigers segment we're gonna get to. But you know that you're close to the draft when you start hearing the draft takes. Our own Matt Broder, who may or may not project Ladd McConkey to the Lions. And look, I see it. I get where he's going with it. He makes a compelling case. However, he loses me when he says that he's, quote, light-skinned enough, ...
Or no, he said he had some light skin to him.
Light-skinned to him, yeah. Which, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's light-skinned enough. Now, KG, I go to you on this.
Okay.
Because you're the host of the Urban Update.
Yeah. Name change coming soon.
Name change coming soon. You kind of keep us abreast of what's going on, in the black community.
Yeah.
Shout out. And so I want to know because, A, is light-skinned quote, light-skinned, a draftable trait? And then B, can you bring me inside this whole light-skinned, dark-skinned riff? Is it fair to call it a riff in the black community?
It is definitely fair to call it a riff, and it's been going on since the beginning of the time. There is a secret war brewing between the darker-skinned folk and the lighter-skinned folk of the black community. But is it a draftable trait? No, hell no, especially in football, hell no. I mean, what light skin? What I won't say that, but how is that a draftable trait?
Ask Matt Broder. I don't know. He's the one that said it.
It was a bad take by Broder. Absolutely.
Are my eyes deceiving me, or is Lad McConkey as white as I am?
No, your eyes are deceiving you.
Well,
nobody is as white as you are, Flannel.
You know what I mean.
The clouds in the sky are not as white as you are, my friend. Do you burn easily?
Of course I do.
You cook out there in the sun, don't you? Yep.
Need all that SPF sunscreen and all of that. But I'm not defending this, because when I hear he says light skin is a draftable
He's got some light skin to him.
Yeah, it's like, what does that mean, and how do you know? But that's another.
I don't know.
That's a side conversation for a different day. Is it maybe because when you look at Lad McConkey, you might think he's a little undersized, he's white, he's just a slot receiver, when actually he played the majority of his snaps out wide and is faster than you think and is more explosive than you think? Is that what he means? That he's got some black in him as opposed to being white?
Tell me, KG.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
All right.
And Broder don't be on that type of time, so let's put that out there. But that's kind of what it sounded like. I don't know what he necessarily meant by that.
No. The point of the discussion is like there is a breaking point to draft time.
Yeah.
Like when the engines rev up. And look, it starts all the way back. Remember, they do like the mock draft before college football season, before the college football season starts. And that's cute and that's fun and all that stuff. And then they check in again around bowl season. And then people skip the bowls. There's like a build up, a ramp up to this.
Yeah.
And stuff like this is real. Like that stuff comes out there. And yeah, we're joking about it with Broder a little bit.
But you think Brad Holmes is in the war room like, this is tough. How light skinned is he? Come on.
And that's not the point of it. Like, we're joking with it and having fun and stuff like that. I wanted to bring this up because I need to drill down to the root of the whole light skin, dark skin thing, KG. I go to you as the caucus of the black community. You inform me what happened.
So I wouldn't expect you to know this clearly because you're not in the black community, but
now hold on a minute.
You are.
I'm good in any hood in Pontiac.
You are.
I don't have to announce I don't even have to get approval to go in there. I'm good. Trust
the Meek Mill of Pontiac. We are aware.
Meek Mill of Pontiac Central High School. I'll hang out.
However, this is more of a black issue.
Okay, so I'll give you the floor.
Yes, as black folks would stay.
Services, KG.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So as black folks would say, you got to stay out of black folks' business.
100%.
So
I don't speak on things I don't know about. That's why I ask.
Exactly. But no, there's been a quiet war brewing between the light skins and dark skins, and it's mainly because the light skins they act a little funny, when they walk in a room. They're a little more. They're a little more. What's the word? They have feminine tendencies a little bit. They tend to be a little more on the emotional side, and us of the darker legion, we don't necessarily appreciate.
So clearly, KG's a part of this war.
Kool-Aid, where do you stand?
And you not?
Hey, listen, man. Me and my brother, he's light skinned, I'm dark skinned.
Okay, so you guys, know this intimately.
Yeah, definitely do, man. And you know what? The light skin thing, it's definitely, like we said before the show, it's a definite draftable trait in the NBA. It definitely
but
is
not in the NFL.
The more light skin, the better in the NBA, it seems like.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
I was not aware. I knew there was a rift. I knew that, and I wanted some explanation to it. And that was all there was. Kool-Aid said this has been going on in his house, 20 plus years,
Yeah,
huh?
man, since birth, man. Look, me and my brother, we compete on everything. I don't even know why. It just is. I don't even know the reason behind the rift. But like KG said, it's definitely a war. It's a battle. And everything, bro, whether it's playing basketball, whether it was playing, growing up playing Nintendo or Sega.
Women.
Whether it was going to get like, if
women is a big one.
Bowl of cereal left, we're fighting over it, man. It's a battle all the way across the board. But you're right. The women play a big part in that as well.
Yeah.
They definitely do.
That's probably top 3 biggest part of the beef right there.
Flannel.
Yes.
Informative and entertaining. Big D energy.
Informative and entertaining. I wonder if there's any rifts between, the pale skin like myself and the tan folks. I don't know of too many, but
Well, I mean, the pastier usually doesn't result in any savory characteristics. We'll say that.
We'll say it like that. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Detroit supremacy. #Bulge Army. Imagine hating on a multiple-time All-Star and Gold Glover, an NLCS MVP, and a World Series champion.
What?
El Mago is great.
Oh, my God. Great.
I know.
Light skin energy.
See, now you see it. Now you understand. Now you understand.
No, I don't. I really don't.
That's very light skin energy of him to say that. So.
Yes. But yes, that is it. I'm treading lightly.
Yeah, you should.
I am not. We are not going to discuss Manute Bol.
Let's get out while the getting's good. Let's pull the parachute.
Ryan says white people are feminine and emotional. But we are
lighter skin.
Let's go Red Wings Sparty. Jay. Junior Rotax says Neal only discriminates against people with one furnace.
That is true.
I do not discriminate against them.
No, you do.
I do not.
You do.
I do not. Let's go Red Wings Sparty. No mention of Russell Wilson.
We don't claim him. The dark skins don't. So
where is he?
He's definitely on the light skin end of things.
Yep.
Anytime you have your own entourage and
you
locker
do lunges
room,
in the aisle of an airplane.
exactly, light skin.
That's light skin. Okay.
Now you getting it.
Informational and informative. Byrne says there is 100% a war between whites over tone. Not as much in America, but it is real. See,
Wow.
interesting.
I learned something.
That's why I bring this up, because I wanted to know for my own informational purposes.
Yeah.
Because I collect information. That's what I do. I just don't make a rash decision and jump on social media and say some stupid ish. No, I don't do that. I take it in. I take in the opinions of the people I trust and keep it pushing.
Shout out to the chat too, man. The chat is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. That guy 62, LOL, Neal. Mike G. Neal is good on wide track in his Fiero. I'll roll out a Pontiac Fiero. I don't care. Catspot, the big contracts for receivers are going to make the value of getting receivers on rookie contracts higher. They are the new QB.
That's fair.
They are.
That's fair. It's a good comment.
One more for the light skin versus dark skin thing. LFG, he wants to know, Flannel, what do you know about the red bones?
I'm interested to hear this.
What does that mean?
The lighter skinned black women.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, just keep it at that.
I didn't even know what you guys are talking about, but I appreciate you running it by me.
Andrew Schmidt is Patrick Mahomes' light skin.
He is, clearly.
So you claim him.
Yeah, we saw some of Patrick Mahomes' light skin tendencies this past year. So with the sideline and that was a garbage call and you know it.
Now hold on here. Jonathan Wilson. Light skin Drake and Prince, dark skin Denzel in Training Day. So you can be a dark skin in a movie.
You can. I know it's weird. I know
it's a lot. It's a lot for me to take in.
Listen, I understand. We're gonna get you there though. It's steps.
I'm learning.
You are.
I'm absolutely learning. Hey, good stuff, man. Thank you. That's why we did it.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Chuck Brewer, that was spoken like a newly married man by Sam Flan.
Yep.
Am I just ill-informed? Because you mentioned red bones, and I was like, what? Maybe I don't know. Everybody says that I'm kind of an old man trapped in a young man's body, so maybe that's part of it. I don't run away from it either.
Chris, Neal is tightroping a tough conversation like a gymnast right now. And I don't think it's a tough conversation.
No, it's not a tough. We ain't get to the real tough parts of it, but
No, we're gonna go to break.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you away from that. It's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna steer the ship the other way.
I was happy again. The chat, I'm very happy with.
Yeah.
Everybody kept it together. You tried to hook me with references to Manute Bol and Drake.
I didn't try to do anything.
No, I'm saying the chat.
Oh,
they tried to
okay.
hook me, but they did not. Flannel, you can exhale. We made it.
We made it.
All right, so
I'm beaming.
Barely.
when we come back, all right, we've seen the uniforms. We got to get into it. All right, we got to get into the uniforms. It's an electric, polarizing conversation, but we are certainly going to get into it. Tell them about Dispo. Flannel.
Absolutely. And you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is 420, and that means all kinds of giveaways at all Dispos in Metro Detroit. Thousands of giveaways. Get to one of them, because how can you not on 420? Get the stuff that you're going to celebrate with for the day. And because it's on a Saturday, man, you can really have a good time. So visit dispo.com. Dispo Shops, your local cannabis plug.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
The BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan and Jerome Bettis' Bus Stops Here Foundation is proud to present the 3C Sports Conference to educate, inform, and inspire players, parents, and coaches in our local communities, featuring impactful speakers like Jerome Bettis, Eddie George, Adam Schefter, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, April 24th through the 26th. For more info, scan the QR code on the screen right now, and you can sign up today. It's the 3C Sports Conference right here in Detroit. All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Flannel in for D-Mac, Kool-Aid in for KG, KG in for Spencer Raxter.
Yes.
So KG is out, but he's in. That's the way that it's working right now.
A little AJ Hinch work going on right now.
Absolutely. How valuable is he, by the way?
Man, this team would be lost without him.
That's what I'm saying. All right, we'll get there, though. The uniforms dropped. Ryan's reaction in the chat. Maybe some of you guys have an answer to this question, even though he asked me. I don't know the answer, but I'm going to ask you. Neal, pull the New Jersey photo. Is it black or dark gray? I've heard both.
Black, right?
Black.
Yeah.
It's got to be black.
Yeah.
At this point, Ryan's reaction, it better be black, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It better. Brad Hendricks, if Neal Ruhl isn't speaking at the 3C Sports Conference, I'm out. No, you can still go. There's still a good lineup out there. Sticky Finger, I burn like a blister in the sun. So does Sam Flannel.
Hey.
But yeah, so the unis, everybody. Now you've seen it.
Yep.
The whole release and everything like that. Give me your take, Sam Flannel. I'll give you mine.
I absolutely love them. I love how they pay a little bit of homage to the 90s jerseys. I like how they're not monochromatic. The funny thing is, I don't hate monochromatic. I don't hate it if it's black. Like, say, the black uniforms that they're having as the alternates. I absolutely love that. But I wasn't a big fan of the blueberries, as everybody knows, even though they did well in them. And that's the bottom line.
Oh, the blueberries are still a thing.
They're still, but they're like,
They're still a thing.
I like the ones though with like the white pants, the ones that the regular home ones with the with that lettering. You know, you saw one of the pictures that you saw during the leaks was like the Hutchinson 97 with that like block lettering and numbering, and I was just that was the one that was like, oh man, I really like this one. Seems a little more old school, not trying to do too much, very clean. I am very happy with how the uniforms turned out, and obviously the away ones. To me, I'm looking at the away ones. I'm looking at a picture of Aleem McNeil right now in them, and I'm like, these are some of the cleanest away uniforms in all of the NFL. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm obviously glad, like most, that they brought back the black jerseys with the Honolulu blue numbering and lettering. I am very, very happy. I have no complaints.
Wyatt Bear says, I wish the black said Motor City on them. That's kind of NBA, though.
A little bit.
That is a little NBA. Cody Ingalls says the best change is the numbers. I did like the numbers change as well. I'm gonna draw the sword here.
Okay.
On the hill. I know they're not the same, but the first thing I thought of when I saw the blacks.
Come on.
These are Carolina Panthery.
They're
don't Carolina say that. Panthery. That's what I thought.
That's a lot of people saying that.
That was just the vibe. I can't control the vibe I get, and that's the way I felt about it. Like, I know everybody's like drooling over the blacks and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I skew towards don't care. Like, uniform. Sure. Like, I know a lot of people love them, and I know they're going to sell $5 to $10 million worth of black jerseys. And cool, do it. Yeah. Do it up. I don't care. Win games. That's all I care about.
It's not the same jersey though. Like the Carolina Panthers, they
kind
of got
the same.
They got the stripes and everything. Yeah, I get it though. We got a darker blue or would it be a darker blue? Yeah, we got a darker blue than them as well. But
yeah. That's all I was saying though. I got the vibe. That's all I'm saying. Easy, everybody. I'm on your side. Okay, I'm with everybody.
I just don't like that comparison. I get it, but I don't like that comparison.
Even the Panthers, they don't wear those. They used to wear them almost exclusively, but I see them mostly in that like monochromatic blue.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, but to me, these look like obviously the older, the ones that you saw, like, you know, Roy Williams and Charles Rogers, and hey, our very own Dan Campbell,
Big Mike Williams,
BMW.
Yeah. Shout out.
Ooh.
He got screwed over, man.
He did.
Yeah.
He did, but he wasn't good in the league. Both things can be true.
Right.
Both things can be true.
But both him, who was the running back?
Maurice
Clarett, yeah. Both him and Maurice Clarett got screwed over. They had to sit out a year.
They did. Yeah.
No one remembers that. They said, okay, you can go. And then they're like, okay, we're declaring for the draft and hired an agent. They're like, oh, we're just kidding. You can't go.
The whole trajectory of both of their careers might have been very different.
Might have been, yeah. Yep. We don't know. I'm salty. The white numbers are clean AF. Ryan's reaction. The Detroit Panthers. Saggy Richard. No one's talking about the blue helmet as much as they should be. The helmet is awesome. I agree. I do like the blue helmet.
Yeah. It's one of the best helmets I ever seen.
Yeah. The blue helmets are cool. Those would be cool, too. Like, if you get them autographed and stuff like that, those will look cool.
Yeah. What I like about the new helmets as well, I know Ryan Lentz from the back talked about this, too. He was hoping to see a change with the face guards, with the face mask on them. Now they're blue or black. I actually like that. Small touch, but I think it makes a big difference for the helmets.
No, I do. I agree. I do like the helmets. It's just Andrew Jones says we have the same colors of Panthers. There's not really a lot of options there. My favorite one is the white. The white I love, like last year when they wore the all whites on the. I love the clean, bro. Yeah. I love the all whites, man. That's my favorite uniform. Can't nobody tell me nothing, right?
For some reason, the whole monochromatic thing, if it's black, I don't necessarily mind it, or if it's white, I don't necessarily mind it. I just think them being more, and some people would call them shades than colors, I just think they look cleaner as monochromatic than, say, all blue, or if it were all green, or for like just random examples. So I like that one as well.
Yeah, so I mean, again, for me, that's the one that I like the best. And in the end, I don't care. Just win football games.
That's fair.
Yes. Am I wrong for that, though?
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Are there people like me?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
They're not the only one. I promise, but they will be defined by how much they win or lose. So,
that's it, man.
Yeah.
And people will like the unis if they win, and they'll hate them if we don't go to the playoffs this year.
Absolutely.
That's exactly it.
It'll be like the patch on the Red Wings jersey.
Yeah.
The patch has a say on whether or not they play well.
This is the first official stamp of the Brad Holmes era, though. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell era is these jerseys. So.
Wyatt Bear, white helmet would be great if we had a third option. That's what I'm saying, like a white with an icy blue or something like that.
Ooh.
Like that would be pretty dope. Yeah, I would like it. Byrne says we were elite in the all whites. And you know what, Byrne? Kind of backing up my point, some of the best memories of last year, those games on the road.
Absolutely.
They were in the all whites.
Yeah.
And they won.
And those are the type of things that'll help you dictate whether you like those jerseys or not. They could have done, as long as they kept the colors the same, because obviously if the Lions did some shift like make themselves purple and brown or something like that, I wouldn't like it, which they obviously wouldn't do. But the fact that they've got like the Honolulu blue, the silver, the white, and they're paying homage to some of the old school jerseys and the old alternate black jerseys, there's really nothing I can complain about. And as you said, they could be wearing pretty much anything. As long as they win, we're going to be happy.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that they're actually creating memories out of these uniform combinations because they're winning. They're winning.
That's it.
That's the reason why this all matters right now. People got attached to the blueberries. People got attached to the marshmallows last year because of what the Detroit Lions actually did on the field. And it's pretty cool. I want to see them go and make this even more of an argument this season with these new jerseys. I love it.
No doubt. We're the blacks at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
yes. Man, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Panay Sewell looked pretty sweet in the white uni. Like that photo of him in the white uni.
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
That was my favorite memory of the season last year. The 49ers game. Remember when they showed the shot of them in the tunnel before they came on the field?
Yeah.
And Sewell looked like he was going to chew through somebody?
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. God, that got me hyped.
God bless the defensive ends in the NFL. More specifically, the NFC North.
Steve O'Baby, Neal, were you a fan of the Pistons unicorn jerseys? Is he talking about the teal ones, or I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I did like the 313 jerseys though. I thought those were cool.
Yeah.
You know, like the Bad Boys theme 313 jerseys. I thought those were cool. Yeah. It's just to me that's the other thing with all this too. Like to me that's an NBA thing. You know, the 4 different alternate jerseys and all different stuff like that.
Different nicknames and stuff.
Yeah, you know, like that's more of an NBA thing.
Don't they have that though? They have the City Connects in the MLB as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah, that is on way. I wish it was less of a thing in the NBA, really. You know, especially
They've
with
gone
some
too
of our
far.
classics. I think it's gone too far.
I agree with you on that. But yeah, so it is. All right, so did want to get into that discussion, just kind of now that we've seen the whole thing. People like it, but I think they like it because we're good now.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Sorry to rain on the parade like that for everybody. My bad. All right, when we come back, I want to do a quick little Tigers thing. Sam Flannel and I have to revisit the Red Wings season, and then it's NFL Draft nickel package stuff.
Let's do it.
We are definitely going to get into that. Let me tell you, Woodward Sports has a new morning show, everybody. That's right. Wake Up Woodward, 8 to 10 a.m. You know the players, and you know the game. Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, of course, KG in the mix, JB Smoove as well, 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network. Facts. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today? Let's have a look, man. I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake.
Hey.
Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win. Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
The new Glorious Ice Water Bubble Hash Pre-Roll, now with diamonds. Constantly pushing to create the best cannabis experience. The perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flower with only the highest terps, making the best even better. Glorious Cannabis, check us out at your local retailer or gloriouscanna.com.
All right, keeping it pushing here on a Friday. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. Kool-Aid in the sound booth. KG on the ones and twos. You guys know what it is. Nickel packages in the second half. NFL draft-centric, draft-focus to it because we're going in. It's less than a week away, everybody. There's going to be 250,000 to 250,000 people here in the city. It's true.
Oh, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. It almost feels surreal at this point, but it's coming.
250,000 to 1/3 people.
In downtown.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's funny, too, because you notice downtown, like, every new building is a hotel.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah.
Like where Joe Louis Arena was, that huge building that's going up there, hotel, places to live.
Oh, yeah.
The Hudson building that they're constructing, hotel. Like, it is wild, man.
Man, and just a little side note, even walking around downtown Detroit in the last couple of years or so it's grown and been revamped. It's an experience, no matter what time of day, no matter what you're doing. Shout out the city of Detroit.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
They came through with the signs, KG.
Boo. Could be better.
We're going to keep the streets off the signs, though, right, till the draft's over?
I'm going to try my best.
I know you. We put out the call, did we not?
We did.
We did.
We did.
And so far, so good.
Yeah.
You can't be upset with it. John effing Lord, can we work on the fight song next?
No, you got to keep the fight song.
Forward down the field.
I'm a slappy for the Lions fight song. Even when we was bad, as I always loved that song.
I don't love it, but
It's
doesn't
even
shock
better
anybody.
now that we're a winning team. It makes more sense now. Like,
they're actually going forward down the field, right?
yeah, right.
I stole that one. I didn't make that up.
Wyatt Bear, this is an interesting take. I think we've had record low draft talk this year,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we're hosting the draft.
That is
Yeah.
a fact.
That's good progress.
Yep.
That is a fact.
It is, because the Red Wings, took a bite out of the NFL draft stuff. They did.
They did.
I mean, because usually the draft stuff over the past, 8 years was out of necessity.
Yeah.
Because the Tigers were going to lose 100 games. The Red Wings were, going to have the worst or fourth or fifth worst record in the NHL. So props to them. Yep. But let's pick it up there, Flannel. As the dust has settled, you still view the Red Wings season as an epic collapse and failure? Should Steve Yzerman be fired today? Are you shocked Steve Yzerman's still employed?
No, I'm not shocked at that. And after a couple of days, I still say that this season is a failure. But if you want to look at some positive things, I will say this. I will say that their offense and their goal scoring, it did improve dramatically. Lucas Raymond, we pretty much know for sure now is him. Dylan Larkin had the best season of his career when he was healthy. Patrick Kane gave you more than you could have ever asked for in his midseason acquisition. And then Alex DeBrincat, he basically had identical numbers as he did last year in Ottawa. And certainly at times he was a big part of this offense. And even a guy like JT Compher, even though he struggled down the stretch, I think he's one of those you can look at as also a positive signing. When you look at Steve Yzerman's draft history, even with what he did in Tampa Bay, and I'll give him credit for this as well, the fact that he was able to get a guy like Andrei Vasilevsky, who is honestly on the GOAT trajectory, maybe not after this year, but certainly he'd probably be a Hall of Famer if he retired today. Gives me hope that a guy like Sebastian Kosa, who he drafted at a similar spot. Not going to be Vasilevsky, but he's going to work. Even with guys like Nikita Kucherov in a later round, Braden Point. And then with the Red Wings, you've got obviously Mo Seider, Lucas Raymond, top 10 picks. You've got Simon Evanson, who looks like he is going to be. I think next year is the year he breaks out. It definitely gives you hope for some of the young guys in the system, like the Carter Mazers, the Nate Danielsons, the Marco Kaspers, the Kosas, who I already mentioned, Axel Sandin Pelika, guys like that. So all of those are positive, and I think that they're still headed in a good direction. However, there are a couple things that I just can't get past. One, their defense was still awful. And basically what Steve Yzerman did this offseason was you lost guys like Filip Hronek and Jordan Osterley and Oscar Sundqvist. Obviously, you're okay with losing them. Who they added was basically Shane Gostisbehere, whose specialty is offense. He led the team in assists, I'll give him that, but defensively, Jeff Petrie, who's ass. He's not just ass, he's old ass. Damn. Justin Holl, who can't crack this rotation. And then the goalie duo of Alex Lyon, who is ass, and James Reimer, who is old ass. That's what, and that all leads to a defense which wasn't any better than it was last year. Not even a little bit. Look at the numbers. It's basically the exact same. And also those stretches, man. Those stretches, I'll even look at December. You had a couple of really, really bad losses in December. You lost at home to Ottawa, you lost at home to San Jose, and you lost at home to Anaheim. Cannot happen under any circumstance whatsoever. And then to start off, obviously they had that 5-12 stretch. They started that off with a 7-game losing streak in which they got outscored 36-12, followed by a win, and then followed by a game at Pittsburgh in which they gave up 6 goals and lost 6-3. And also, in that late season stretch, you had 2 games against Washington. They got 4 points, Red Wings got 1. You had 2 games against Pittsburgh, a non-playoff team. Pittsburgh got 4 points, Red Wings got 1. You had 2 games against Arizona. Arizona got 4 points, the Red Wings got 0. 0.0. And you also had, during that losing streak, a loss in which you gave up 7 goals to the lowly Buffalo. They're not terrible, but they're not a playoff team. And also during that stretch, the other thing that I think is disappointing was the way their offense, which was mostly consistently good throughout the year, just completely basically took a shit and for a fourth of the season played like a bottom 5 offense in the NHL. And I understand. If you want to say that guys like Comfer and Fabry didn't step up in that situation and they were regressing to the mean, I don't necessarily hate you for that. But to me, during that stretch, a guy like Alex DeBrincat underperformed what you expected from him. I would say a guy like Daniel Sprong, who at the beginning of the year and for large stretches of the year was very good, he was playing so poorly he got benched. And then a guy like Joe Veleno, who was asked to step up a little bit more after Dylan Larkin went out, he basically gave you nothing. So I guess for all of the positives, the defense, the month of December, and that 5-12-2 stretch, that to me just can't happen again. And those are things that you can't just excuse away as nothing. And part of it you blame on coaching, part of it you blame on the players, and part of it you have to look at Steve Yzerman a little bit. So that's my, I would say, 30,000-foot view of this season.
It still hurts, huh, Flannel?
I mean, of course. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Burn in the chat. The fight song and the Let's Go Lions chant stay. They are our obnoxious version of the Viking stupid horn. You know what? I like that, Burn. If you want to look at it that way,
damn right.
I'll listen to that pitch. That is true. Like, hey, this sucks and we know it. And guess what? We're still going to do it.
It's even better now that we're winning. I can't stress that enough, though. Now that we're winning, it is a great time to sing that song.
Flannel.
Yes.
The Steve Yzerman. What would you have liked Steve Yzerman to do?
Here's the reality. I don't necessarily have all of the answers, but when your defensive signings, as I said, are Gostisbehere, Petrie, Hull, Alex Lyon, and James Reimer, you don't just get a pass for that. You don't. And the fact that your defense hasn't improved at all over last year, you don't get a pass for that. And for the record, I understand that in the pipeline, you've got a lot of young defensive players coming up and a guy like Sebastian Cossa, who I think Spenmo Rack said he probably expects him to be in Grand Rapids for one more year. We shall see. That, to me, was the sin. Justin Holt was a terrible signing. Horrible. He doesn't play.
Yeah, okay, and that's fine. I'll give you that. Yeah. So you expect him, he's got to bat 1,000.
No, he doesn't have to bat 1,000.
Every move he makes, got to bat 1,000.
Petrie wasn't a great move. Andrew Kopp wasn't a great move, given how much he's paid. I mean, Andrew Kopp, the previous 2 seasons of him coming to Detroit, he had a career year, which was a little injury-shortened in Winnipeg. His best year which included his best stretch with the Rangers, and then he comes to Detroit and has been less than, especially this year. 33 points in 79 games for a guy that on this team is paid like your 2C, which he most certainly should not and is not. Those are the type of signings that I look at as meh, along with like an Oli Mata. It's not like he's just made these amazing signings all of the time. I think the Perron one has been positive. I think the Ben Sherratt one has been positive.
Confer's been pretty positive.
Yeah, Confer's been positive, but there's certainly some.
But like the goalie things, Flannel, see, like here's the nuance that you miss all the time, all right? And you miss it every single time. I did this show with D-Mac earlier this week, and be prepared.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be any moves made to the goalie room this year either. So there's just not, Flannel.
So we're just going to accept year 6 of no playoffs. Because here's the thing.
No, because the team should be good enough to get there regardless, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Should be good enough, right?
100%.
That's where I am with it.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, are they going to be a Stanley Cup contender next year? No, you can't be with that goalie room.
No,
but
you
see, here's the thing. Like, you and some other people in this town that work at other networks, like it must be nice to offer up criticism but no solutions. Like that's what I like that you people and people of your ilk do, Sam Flannel, because you pound the table and say Alex Lyon at goalie. Now, and then I would say to you, so what's the move then? Are you going to go make a blockbuster trade and bring in Vasilevsky here? You have Kosa. Like, Kosa's the dude, right? Yeah. Like, Kosa's the one.
We hope so.
Sebastian Kosa's the one that you're ultimately going to be judged on if you're Steve Yzerman. Kosa or whoever else you do. That's the day of reckoning that's coming. So, again, I go to you, Flannel. What intelligent GM is going to say, I'm going to make this move for the sake of making a move for a patchwork unit right here to bring somebody in for a year when I think I have my franchise coming up right now?
Well, I guess that's...
Who would do it?
I guess that's the story will be told.
Ken Holland would do some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, but
I've seen it.
Yeah, but Ken Holland, in an uncapped era, was the GM for 3 Stanley Cups. So that's all.
Right.
That's all.
But in a capped era, where we've operated for over a decade, and we're still feeling the effects of.
Yeah.
Again, you guys know when I look at the goalies that were on payroll then and what they were making.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Jimmy Howard at $5.5 million? I do.
Yeah.
See, now that Flannel, that's a move there that at the time then you would embrace, right? You would embrace that kind of move. You just said it.
No.
You said he's got to do something, right? You said that.
No, I'm not saying he's got to do something. I'm saying what he did, bringing in guys like Husso and James Reimer and Alex Lyon, all of them to some extent have failed. I know we like to pump up Ville Husso, but last year he wasn't very good either. I'm starting to think that Ville Husso was maybe a one-year wonder with the season that he had with the Blues. Honestly, Neal, I would say that I'm okay with seeing what Sebastian Kosa is. However, I just hope that one of them has a little bit, I know James Reimer is going to be gone. He's an unrestricted free agent, but like an Alex Lyon or a Ville Husso, let's just hope that they can regain, that Ville Husso can regain the form of what he had in 2021, 2022, and Alex Lyon can be a little bit better. I think I'm kind of with where you're at, Neal. I'm not expecting a Stanley Cup next year. I am definitely expecting playoffs, and I think it's more likely that the team around them continues to improve so that even if the goaltending isn't great, they'll be better. And hopefully them being better defensively, a whole season of Seider, hopefully a whole season of Wallman, a whole season of Edvinsson, and we see what they do in the offseason. That will help the goaltending play. I don't necessarily have a solution for next season. I'll admit it. I don't know if there's a good one, but it certainly hasn't been good enough these last couple of years.
But this is a part of what he's doing, Flannel. And he's told you that. He has flat out told you that, Flannel.
So we just have to accept everything he says as the gospel according to Steve Yzerman. A reading from the gospel according to Steve Yzerman.
I would think so, yeah. The resume dictates that, doesn't it? Right?
Tampa,
does the resume dictate that?
Those draft picks at Tampa speak for themselves, and they have improved every year. I'll give you that.
Does Mo Seider and Lucas Raymond speak for themselves?
100%. 100%.
So then what's the problem? Let me land the plane. So what's the problem?
The problem was I wanted them to get in, and they had a couple of stretches throughout the season.
So your feelings got hurt. That's the problem.
No, it's not my feelings got hurt. It's that playoffs hold currency. I know a lot of you like to act like the playoffs mean nothing, and they're just going to get swept, and who cares, and any of that. But it's just, when you're talking about, and I get it, given Steve Yzerman's draft history, it would show that a lot of these young guys who haven't even played in the NHL yet, who he's drafted, they will hit. But we don't necessarily know that yet. We're counting on, we'll see what he does in the offseason in terms of free agency to upgrade the defensive position. And then the guys in Grand Rapids right now, who we don't know if they're going to even be good. And certainly next year, we don't know what kind of contribution they're going to make. I'm not guaranteeing that they're going to just like win multiple cups. It seems like you guys think that it's just that it's just going to happen no matter what. And I'm not so sure.
No, Flannel. You can never make that assumption.
Sure.
You can never make that assumption. All I can do is go by what I've seen. And the resume from before, and again, 15% more points this year. There's been an ascension every single year. That's why I can't, I'm not going to be disingenuous and say collapse, because I don't do that. I don't fearmonger.
Okay,
but
I
don't. I come at you with logic and stuff.
But you were also Mr. Car Flag guy, and then you're like, oh, they were always going to collapse. That was always going to happen.
No, that was like a fun bit that we did, Flannel. Like, come on, man.
Okay.
Nuance, Flannel.
Okay,
nuance.
but you were like, I brought the Car Flag movement back. I brought DeBrincat back. It's funny during that 19 game.
I did deliver you
that 19 game stretch. They both took a shit. Both like the Red Wings and Alex DeBrincat.
And when the season was on the line, who was the man?
It was too late. They had already forfeited their ability to control their own destiny.
I got you Alex DeBrincat for Tyler Bertuzzi.
Well,
that's what I got you.
That's better, but Alex DeBrincat certainly hasn't been his best.
How about a thank you, Neal?
I'm not
thank you, Neal.
I'm not going to thank you for that because Alex DeBrincat. Oh, you're like, oh, we got Alex DeBrincat, this superstar, and we're still not expecting the playoffs. And oh, by the way, Alex DeBrincat certainly wasn't the best version of himself this year. He was what he was at Ottawa.
Was he better than Tyler Bertuzzi?
Of course. I'm not an idiot.
Okay.
Obviously, he was better than Tyler Bertuzzi.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure.
All right. The draft party.
Yeah. The draft party, 313 draft party. Let me get Marie here.
Yeah.
All right, April 25th and 26th. Y'all know what it is. The Woodward Sports family. We going to be downtown. We going to be living it up. And we're going to be at the corner of Woodward and Adams at the 313 draft party presented by Figer Law, Jars, Lost Farm, and Gold Crown. 21 plus and free to everyone. Party starts at 2 p.m. on Thursday, and the live draft coverage begins at 8 p.m. We hope to see you downtown at the 313 draft party. Special thanks to Soroki's and glorious cannabis. While the world watches Detroit, we will show the world how Detroit parties at the 313 draft party.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. Neal Ruhl here for Figer Law. After an accident, people need a lawyer more than any other time. Let's be real about this, guys. It's the biggest legal situation you might ever be in your life. So make Figer Law your first call. 1-800-A-WINNER. That's right, folks. 1-800-A-WINNER. Their team of trial lawyers will get you the money you deserve. Don't handle insurance companies on your own, everybody. Be represented. Figer Law. All we do is win. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy. Neal, Ruhl, Sam, Flannel, KG, Kool-Aid here in the house. I'm sorry, I have to laugh because I look up here on the monitor. They got the replay of the Tigers game, and they got Javier Baez. They're talking to him. 5 hits in the last 5 games.
Hey.
So that means he's 5 for 20.
Now, Neal, hear me out. Hear me out.
5 for 20.
You got Flannel saying, oh, boy.
He might be back. Hear me out, Neal. Did he have 2 doubles yesterday?
He had 2 doubles, yeah.
2 doubles, Neal.
Neal looked like he was about to get up and walk away like that LeBron James press conference.
Bro.
2 doubles and an RBI. He might be back.
I like that, how they're like 5 hits in his last 5 games.
Well, I mean, you got to make it look good.
I can do that too. How about 5 hits in his last 9 games? Because that's what it is.
It's also fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5 hits in his last 10 games.
Yeah.
So that's a hit every other game.
That's an
for
81
$25
hit
million
season.
a year.
That's an 81 hit season pace.
Both things are true.
Both things are true.
Oh, man.
Don't do this to me, guy. Come on, man. I'm excited. Because some reaction, I guess, to the Red Wings discussion. Drew K. Trade Kosa for Brady Tkachuk. No.
No.
Adam Kerr. I think so. Markstrom would buy you time for Kosa. Guys, this isn't your fantasy hockey league. Markstrom, 2 years, $12 million left. You'll have him for his age 35 and 36 season.
Yeah.
You interested in that cost of acquisition? If a rental cost you a first and a fourth at the trade deadline, what's a goalie going to cost you?
No, I think we just have to bank on the whole team and defensively them being better around the goaltenders. And hey, maybe one of them playing above their heads. Maybe Alex Lyon or Ville Husso playing above their heads.
Which they did for a stretch last season.
Well, Alex Lyon did. Ville Husso, this was kind of a lost year, but certainly at times Ville Husso played out of his head that year in St. Louis. That's what he played over his head.
Alex Lyon played out of his head that little hot stretch they went on that you guys based your whole expectation on when they went 14-5 or whatever it was. And then we're like upset that a 500 team chased that with a 5-14 run or whatever it is. And in the end, they ended up 500 because that's what they are.
7-game losing streak, 2 losses to Arizona, 2 losses to Washington.
Beat Colorado 2-1, and they're like it was just wholly unsustainable.
That stretch was unsustainable, but if we're looking at why they didn't make the playoffs, I mean, Washington came into our house and beat us.
Anyway. Tigers wrap up their homestand. They were just a short hit on this, and then we're going NFL draft stuff, all right? Tigers wrapped up their homestand. What I thought, Flannel, was kind of a show us homestand. Like, this was the Rick Ross homestand for me. Like, it's cute beating Chicago and stuff like that. And look, to be fair about it, I'll be fair about it. You can't be a believer in the Cleveland Guardians or the Royals because they played the White Sox too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever on that. For me, though, this was a show us homestand. You had 8 games at home. You had, of course, Minnesota. And you had the Texas Rangers, the reigning World Series champions. With that being said, Flannel, 3-5.
Yeah.
And they were lucky. They were lucky to get 2 of those 3.
Well, and also, I think what bothers me about this Rangers series, because this Rangers series to me was a bit of a nut punch. Here's why. Because they lost 3 games, but they lost them differently. They lost 1-0 where they were shut out. You certainly can't do that. Their second loss of the series was because of errors, even though Tarek Skubal pitched well, even though one of the errors was him. You lost that game because of errors, and then you lost game 3 because of Kenta Maeda. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Maybe he is washed. Who knows? It was the fact that in the first loss of the series, you held the Rangers to 1 run and lost. In the second loss of the series, Tarek Skubal gave you 6 1/3, 2 earned, and you lost. And then in the third loss of the series, you scored 7 runs and lost. Those are the ones that you kind of let slip away. And maybe the whole, with how they've been snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat multiple times throughout this season, maybe it's balancing itself out a little bit. Maybe some of those things are going to burn you more when you play the defending World Series champions instead of the White Sox.
KG?
I mean, the hardest part about this is that these were winnable games. Like, I understand they're the World Series champions, but the Tigers really had a good chance.
They didn't look like a World Series champion.
They didn't.
Fair.
That pitching staff.
It was bad.
How did they win a World Series?
No,
last year?
seriously.
I know they because they rake.
And
that's why
a couple of those games defensively, became a challenge for us. And normally we're a little bit better on the defensive end. Shout out Sam. I know he don't like defense, but it did matter in a few of these games. But overall, it's just, once again, the offense. The offense has to find a way to get this thing going. It was kind of encouraging yesterday that they got 7 runs. They had like 4 runs in the second inning. That's a little encouraging, but
they lit up a guy in his major league debut.
Yeah. And that's the truth. That's
what happened.
And Kenta Maeda, you may be right. I will give you that. You may be right. He's not looking good. And it's the type. It's not necessarily that he gives up home runs. It's the type of home runs that he gives up. But proceed. Go ahead. Get your shit off. Get your shit off. Go ahead. You gonna fall off that chair in a minute.
If I got to keep watching Kenta Maeda give up a run an inning, I may fall out of that chair.
I understand.
I may fall out of that chair.
You may be right.
Guys, all right, and I can't say this about Yzerman and then not say it about Scott Harris. Does he got to bat 1,000? Harris does, and here's why. The Kansas City Royals spend more money than the Tigers do. Let me say that again for everybody. I was stunned. Like, I didn't even think to look at it or anything like that. The Kansas City Royals spend more money on payroll than the Detroit Tigers do. That is my statement going forward. It is my statement going forward. It will continue to be my statement going forward. Here's where we are, Flannel.
Right, go ahead.
We're right back at the same spot from 2 years ago. Remember when we sat down opening day and I was a dick because I sat there and said, well, you're counting on a Torkelson, Riley Green parlay to ascend you to win a division. It doesn't play out that way. It rarely plays out that way. And now here we are, Parker Meadows and Colt Keith. And am I going to say Colt Keith is a bad player? Certainly I'm not. But
it's not as bad as 2 years ago still.
No. But the overriding point remains the same.
But
you see what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm more encouraged that they can get out of this slump because their only real problem is hitting the fastball. If they can start getting on top of the fastball, the runs and hits will come way more consistently. That's why I'm not necessarily worried. It's a timing issue. They will be able to shore this up over the summer months, I believe. But I do understand your point.
And the bottom line, they cannot field like this.
Yeah.
They cannot field like this. I don't know what Torkelson's deal is, like, defensively, because he's adequate. He's an adequate enough defender. I don't know if the hitting thing is weighing on him. I heard some people talking yesterday about, remember how we were dying on the hill for exit velo last year with Torque, and then he got it together. The exit velocity's way down.
Yep.
But again, I will give him more slack because I've seen it. I'll give him more slack.
That's fair, but he's also never at any point in his career had a good on-base percentage or and
that was the book on him in college. Right. He walked. He broke all of Barry Bonds' records at Arizona State.
Yeah. And for the record, I'll give Spencer Torkelson this. It does seem like he's walking a little bit more. He even did so yesterday. His on-base percentage is about 100 points higher than his batting average, which is what you want, which is perfect. That's what Riley Green's doing. That's what Mark Canha's doing. So there's definitely some I'm encouraged by certainly Riley Green. I love the start he's gotten off to. Mark Canha, even Kerry Carpenter. They're providing all of the on-base and all of the power, by the way.
Kerry Carpenter's got to play every day.
That's fair.
He's got to play every day.
Yeah.
And look, you guys know I deify A.J. Hinch.
Yeah.
Because he's elite. He's one of the best managers, if not the best manager in Major League Baseball. I contend he's responsible for no more than 5 of your wins this year. The way he's kind of pieced everything together, making managerial calls. He is elite. Yeah. The only thing I would butt heads with, if we were sitting there having a beer, I'd wait till like we're 3 in, and then I would say, AJ, Kerry Carpenter thing, bro. Like, come on.
Well, it seems a little weird because, and this is where I part ways a little bit with like the Broders and even the KGs. My thing, and I know we're late. I just want to get this out there. My thing was not so much that I didn't want to block at bats for like a Colt Keith or a Parker Meadows. My thing was more that I believed in Riley Green's ability to get on base. I
want to block at bats for them now.
Same here.
Right. I believed in Mark Canha's ability to get on base, and he has. I believe that Gio Urshela was a very good signing, and he has been so far. And certainly Shelby Miller as well out of the bullpen. However, it's kind of weird that with Kerry Carpenter, he's still kind of a platoon player. Why are we blocking at-bats from him? He showed us.
He's rolling out with a 900 OPS, which is legendary on this team. That's like he'd be like a folk hero.
He led the team in
lineup.
OPS last year. He was the one with it. He had an 811 OPS. He should be playing every day, most certainly.
But Neal didn't believe in him. Can you at least give me that, Neal? I'm starting to admit my wrongs with Kenta. Can you admit your wrongs?
I just said he's got to be in there every day. He's the only hope right now.
Yeah.
If you want to get granular about it, he is literally the only hope.
He is.
So, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Greg Rounds, what about when Ibanez comes back? He absolutely deserves to bat all the time.
That's true too. I mean, he's played well. I won't say he deserves to bat all the time.
Show me a 900 OPS, and I'll say he deserves to bat all the time.
I understand, but he's come through in some crucial spots for this team. He has. So we'll see.
Luck factor.
The book is still out.
The book is still out. Tell them about Swiss Insurance.
Absolutely, Swiss Insurance. With the first pick in the 2024 draft, Detroit picks Swiss Insurance Group. How do you not? Woodward Sports and Detroit's top pick for your insurance needs. Keep your current provider honest and price out Swiss today. Go to SwissINS.com or call Mark today at 313-530-1698. Again, that is 313-530-1698, Swiss Insurance.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. And with the first pick in the 2024 media draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights. Live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
When it comes to chicken sandwiches, I got the one that has an 1100 OPS. That's right. It's a Shake Shack Chicken Shack sandwich. Try the Chicken Shack sandwich for free with a $10 purchase, everybody. Maybe get a shake, a crispy crinkle fry, and boom, your Chicken Shack will be free. Just use the promo code Woodward. In person, online. Download the Shake Shack app today. And guys, running out of time here. Getting down to it. I believe today is the last day, as a matter of fact. So you've been waiting on it. Get to Shake Shack. There's 7 Metro Detroit locations. Again, promo code Woodward, free Chicken Shack sandwich. Get it in, everybody, with a $10 purchase. Shake Shack. All right, we're keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, and Sam Flannel, and KG, but he's on the 1s and 2s today. We got Kool-Aid in the house in the sound booth.
What up,
as well.
though?
What up, Kool-Aid? Good
Shout
to
out
have
Spenny.
you. Shout out Spenny, absolutely. Tony D, we miss Miguel Cabrera and his batting. Think about that.
That's crazy.
The later version, I mean, on this team, he would even Miguel Cabrera right now would probably find a spot in this lineup. Like cold, no spring training or anything.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Just straight off the street.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Put him at 7, so we don't have to see Parker Meadows, Colt Keith, and Jake Rogers anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that they're not going to be good players, but right now all 3 of them at the plate are unplayable.
Brandon Katz has a dumb take by Neal. Houston is just as good without Hinch. Are they?
Well, they won one with Dusty Baker. Yeah. We got to give them that.
They did.
That
team was already kind of set up, though.
Fair.
I don't care. And look, Catspot, if you can't agree that A.J. Hinch is responsible for multiple wins on this year's team, then I can't help. Then we're just never going to see eye to eye.
100%.
Never. We just never are. But yeah, it's missing Miggy and his hitting. That's the spot that they're in right now. Some reaction to what we've been talking about here. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Kalamazoo, when the Red Wings had a 9-point lead, Neal definitely said the Red Wings were making the playoffs. No, 100% I did, Kalamazoo. And because of an empty net goal, they didn't.
Oh, stop it. Control what you can control, man. Control what you can control. That's
how fine the line was, though, Flannel. Like, that's how fine the line was.
Yeah, because Philly at that time thought that the only way to have a chance was win in regulation. I'm not going to give any shade to Philadelphia. I'm not going to give any shade to Boston. I'm not going to give any shade to Gary Bettman and those rules, because every single team in the NHL has to play by them the same. Did they burn the Red Wings a little bit more this year than, say, the Islanders? Certainly. But I don't care. Beat San Jose in December. Beat Anaheim. You
can go to anybody's schedule and pick those games out. You can go to anybody's schedule and pick those games out.
Losing to Ottawa, San Jose, and Anaheim at home in 1 month. That's rough.
It's a little much.
And if you want to, and I heard you doing this the other day. If you want to say that the Arizona loss on the road, that wasn't a gimme, but you also did a really nice fine print of, like, you can't lose the one at home. And that's right. That's true. You can't play Arizona twice and them get 4 points, you get 0. So that's why I'm not blaming what happened with Philadelphia and Boston.
Again, though, you do know that, right? That Arizona had a winning record at home. They beat more teams than they lost to.
That's why you got to give them their comeuppance at LCA, and the Red Wings didn't do it. That's my point.
And we agree on that.
Fair.
We certainly agree on that. But yeah, so just getting your reactions to everything, jump into there and get your thoughts out there. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Mike O says Carpenter is a ringer. He is like a softball player, like a ringer softball player. We used to do that from time to time. Ski Mask Boy, Red Wings won some great games too, dumbass. I assume he's talking to you.
I know they did. 100% they did. But at the end of the day, when you balance the good stretches, the bad stretches, the good wins, the bad losses, it ended with the Red Wings looking at Washington and the Islanders playing in the playoffs. This isn't Bizarro World. I know they had more wins than both of those teams, but when you look at the playoffs, you're going to be seeing Ovechkin. You're going to be seeing Dylan Strome. You're going to be seeing Charlie Lindgren, who beat the Red Wings basically by himself. You're not going to be seeing Larkin or Kane or DeBrincat or Raymond. This isn't Bizarro World. That's all I'm saying. We deal in what is, not with what should be.
And I look at Colorado Avalanche here. Are they a good team?
They're great win. Best win of the season, 100%.
They got shut out against Pittsburgh and Buffalo in back-to-back games in October. And then a game after that, lost 7-0 to Vegas. Then lost 8-2 to St. Louis at home.
Didn't cost them.
All in a stretch.
Didn't cost them a GD
all in a
thing,
stretch,
though.
Man.
Didn't cost them a GD thing. Nothing.
Let me see here. A loss at Arizona, a loss at Anaheim, and a loss at L.A. back-to-back-to-back.
I know, those horrible Colorado Avalanche who did the exact same thing
look at
as
this.
the Red
Another
Wings.
Loss at Arizona by Colorado.
They might win the Stanley Cup this year.
Weird.
They might. They have a chance.
Well, no, they don't, because they lost at Arizona.
Well, the Red Wings actually don't have a chance because of those Arizona losses. Actually, in reality, not Colorado.
A 4-game losing streak for Colorado?
I know, it's not 7. Wow, and they are one of the favorites to represent the West in the Stanley Cup. And the Red Wings are sitting on their ass. Their ass.
A 3-7 stretch.
Their ass on the couch. Ass.
Hey, Flannel. A 3-7 stretch by the Colorado Avalanche?
I know, they're terrible. It cost them 3-7? It cost them nothing.
Man, coming down the stretch?
And they won the Stanley Cup 2 years ago.
Lost 4 of 5 coming down the stretch at the end of the season?
I know. All the exact same as the Red Wings. You know what? You live in Bizarro World,
that's
Neal.
Tough, man.
You watch your Red Wings playoff game that's happening. Oops.
Look at that too. In that loss, in those losses coming down the stretch, gave up 7 goals to Dallas, lost 7-0 to Winnipeg.
I know.
Their third 7-0 loss of the season.
I know. They're the exact same as the Red Wings. Come on, Neal. Come on.
People want to know if you took your blood pressure, Flannel.
Well, if I did, it still wouldn't have mattered after your arguments you just made.
Well, I was told, though, that doesn't happen to teams. You told me that.
It does happen, but...
No. You told me it does
Don't
not
do it,
happen.
I didn't
Fredo,
say
don't
that
do
it
it.
didn't happen. I said that those are some things that cost the Red Wings a
You told me
playoff
teams
spot.
don't lose at Arizona, except Colorado did twice.
I didn't say that. The reality is that the bad stretches outweighed the good stretches for the Red Wings because they're not in the Colorado
Right.
Avalanche.
And Colorado has a better team.
They do have a better team, which is why they can afford to lose games like that and everything's fine, because it actually is fine.
Danny G, I win, you lose.
Great drop.
Well,
That is a great
if you're
job.
talking
All
about
right.
me, then you're correct.
I want to do some nickel packages. Let's cut to this break, and we'll get it in there. Tell them about the QB challenge.
All right.
Steve Wilds, Neal Cook, Sam. It's like taking candy from a baby. I would never take candy from a baby.
But which read did we have?
The QB
challenge. Yes. So the QB challenge. Unfortunately, online registration for the Shake Shack QB challenge is now closed. But don't panic. We will be accepting day of registration on Friday from 2 to 4 at the downtown Detroit Shake Shack location. Make sure y'all get down there. The event starts at 4:10 p.m. First 50 people get a free crinkle fry courtesy of Shake Shack. If you can throw it on the rope, you can be at the home opener. So come by Shake Shack April 19th to get your chance.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today? Let's have a look, man. I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake.
Hey.
Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. There's 18 Feldman Automotive locations, so you know there's a Feldman dealership close to you, and that's across all brands, not just Feldman Chevrolet and Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. Any kind of car you want, go to feldmanauto.com, and they will find it for you. That's right. Don't forget, it is nice, too. Feldman Automotive and Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer out there in Novi as well. Service as well. I'm getting my car serviced right now. Feldman got it all hooked up. The rental car, all of it. All I had to do was walk in, get the keys, and boom, pull out. I still don't believe it, as a matter of fact. I'm just being honest with you. I don't believe how easy it all was. Go to feldmanauto.com. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy on a Friday. Some reaction to the Neal and Sam Flannel Red Wings talk. Steve says, Sam, say thank you to Neal for educating you. You're welcome. LFG, Neal's dunking on Sam right now, like taking candy from a baby. No, I would never do that, though. I would never do that.
Don't know what you were watching, but that's all right. It's thank you for your perspective.
Oh, man. Henri U of M dad, I will donate if Neal can get Flannel so mad that he walks off and quits today. I know you have it in you, Neal.
He bites.
I probably do.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I probably do.
I haven't quit yet. I'm good. I've been way more riled up than you just saw me multiple times, and I'm still here.
Do you think I have that in me, though, Flannel?
I don't think I would. Maybe walk off and then come back.
I made you walk out before. You slammed the headphones down and walked off.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
It would be tough, but I think I could do it.
Well, if you be my guest, if you wanna.
No, I need you for the rest of the show. Yeah. All right, nickel package time. Kind of draft-centric nickel packages. NFC North, we got an NFL one.
We do.
The sports media and TV ratings one, I like those. Those ones are fun. So here we go. Kick it off with the NFC North.
Yes,
KG?
we are.
Let's do it. First down.
First down on the NFC North nickel package. We've talked a lot about the Packers, but let's be honest. They will be as good as Jordan Love is. Right here, right now, where does Jordan Love fit in as a QB? Top 10, top 15?
And I struggle to answer that, Flannel, because I don't want to give him credit. I don't. But the dude's got a road playoff win under his belt already.
He does.
You have to, and played well in it.
Yep.
And nearly got a second road playoff win.
Yeah.
I wanted to discredit him. I do. But how can you, man?
You can't. No, you most certainly can't. And just looking at some numbers from last year, 7th in yards, 2nd in touchdown passes, 9th in QBR, led the Packers to a playoff game, a playoff win, despite having a young offensive line, no Noah David Bakhtiari, no Aaron Jones for a large part of the season, and their top 6 pass catching targets, four of them were rookies. One of them was Christian Watson, who was hurt a lot of the year, and then Romeo Doubs. The way that he was able to have synergy with all of those young receivers, particularly Jaden Reed. That to me showed me a lot. And of course that road playoff win at Dallas, which we were all happy about. I think that changed some minds on a Jordan Love. So I think right now he's a top 10 quarterback. Lower end of the top 10, maybe like 10 or 9.
I think top 15 is fair. Top 10, maybe a little high.
We'll see.
I mean, it's tough again.
Yeah.
Like road playoff win performance, 272, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah.
He did have the ball in his hand with a chance to cash in that 49ers game, though, and did throw a pick. But, I mean, dude's young, right? He's old, but he's young.
Very few quarterbacks in their first playoff appearance ever just go unblemished. So I'll give him a pass for that. Even though he threw a couple of really bad picks, I'm not going to kill him too much for that, unless if he makes it a habit. Which hopefully he does.
And look, it's for me, and there's some Jordan Love pushback here. Alex Haggerty says top 20 till consistent. Bro, he threw for 4,100 plus yards, 32 touchdowns, and 11 picks last year.
A great year.
Like this non-consistency stuff with him.
Yeah.
It took him a second to figure it out at the beginning of the year. Excuse him. He's just starting off in the NFL. Yep. I can't believe I'm sitting here defending this cat.
Yes.
But I am. I will say it like this. I don't know the number. Top 15, I think, for sure. Look at some of these quarterbacks in the league. But I sold him short.
Fair.
I absolutely sold that dude short. Am I scared of him? I don't think I'm, quote, scared of him, per se. But I definitely sold him short.
Mindful.
I'm mindful of him. I think that's a good way. Burns says, but that was also Dallas in a tough spot for Rain Prescott. No, I know.
That's fair.
But road playoff wins.
Yeah.
Hard stop.
100%.
It is.
You win a road playoff game in the NFL
as a quote rookie quarterback, his first real season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's a nice win. I don't care what anybody. If anyone knows how hard playoff wins are to get, it's this group here and all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Just say it like that. All right, second down.
Second down on the NFC North nickel package. Who do you want to see the Vikings draft?
Who do I want?
As a Lions fan.
Nobody.
So for what would be bad draft picks, here's who I would want. If they were to do something stupid, I would say I want them to draft Michael Penix at 11 and draft a receiver at 23. They have other needs like the interior of the defensive line. They certainly need some interior D-line and O-line help, maybe some secondary help. But if they were to say draft Michael Penix too high and then get a receiver, even though their receiver room, I know Justin Jefferson's a little up in the air. It wouldn't be their biggest need. So to me, that would be what I want them to do if I don't want them to further along their team.
I want them to trade up.
Okay.
For a quarterback.
All right.
Stop
Fair
it.
enough.
And preferably like a J.J. McCarthy type deal where, and I think it'll weaken things on two fronts. Look, you can debate about J.J. McCarthy. I go by what I see. You go by what you think might be. Whatever. That's fair because that plays a part. Projection plays a part in the NFL draft. That's fair. I'm not going to crush you about that. But I will say this. I don't think he has the makeup to walk in there and be effective. And with that being said, their greatest player, Justin Jefferson, whoever they draft, if they do trade up, whoever they take, he's got to walk in and be effective. Because if not, Justin Jefferson could walk out the door, and he holds all the cards.
That's certainly a great point.
Yeah.
And maybe the Vikings keep that in mind and think that Sam Darnold can be an okay bridge. Who knows? All I know is that, trading up's a risk. Taking overdrafting Michael Penix, I think, is a risk. I think we're kind of on the same wavelength, that they miss on a quarterback or they overdraft a quarterback.
So, Neal, you think they got to start him day one if they move up and get him? They got to start him day one?
I mean, I would.
Yeah. I mean, that's
if you
that's where the league leans. Yeah.
If you trade up to get J.J. McCarthy, then you have to start him day one because Justin Jefferson's in a walk year.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all, man. So, and Sam Darnold, you think Justin Jefferson, who turned down $30 million a year from you, you think he's here hanging out to catch passes from Sam Darnold?
That's
in
true.
a walk year?
That's fair.
That's
in
true.
a walk year, Flannel. This is the most critical year of Justin Jefferson's life.
That's a good
of his
point.
life.
That's big
Both
facts.
things can be true. I think I'm higher on Sam Darnold than some, but you also make a great point about I don't think Sam Darnold is better than Kirk Cousins, and that's who Justin Jefferson is used to playing with. So yeah, I noted. Point taken.
I'm just saying, everybody, and there's already the talk. He's going to hold out of stuff. He's going to hold out of the team activities.
No.
So get ready for it. All that stuff you don't have to deal with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
It's fair.
But I'm an idiot, right? All the Vikings fans that watch this show that piled on with the blog posts and stuff like that. Enjoy it.
No, you
enjoy it, everybody.
You're not an idiot. You just sold Justin Jefferson a little too short, in my eyes.
No, okay, well, to quote Drake, we gonna see.
Fair enough.
All right, third down.
Third down on the NFC North nickel package. Call your shot. What is Caleb Williams? Question mark.
Nope.
That's
I don't see the moxie. I don't see the grit. When the wind's at his back, everything's cool. But the wind ain't in your back often in the NFL. And he doesn't strike me like you can talk about the tools and stuff like that. But again, we're live from the Planet Fitness Studios. When you see highlight packages of him, I'll be listening to a podcast, looking up at the TVs, doing my runs. When you see highlight packages of him, it's always the same style of play. It's always like a wide open dude going against the grain, college shit, as I like to say. Look at it. Guys, I'm telling you, next time, look at it.
Patrick Mahomes does a lot of college shit.
Okay.
Not saying he's Patrick Mahomes. Not saying
right.
he's that, but he has Patrick Mahomes characteristics.
Right, but he doesn't, what he doesn't have?
What?
Patrick Mahomes' escapability and Patrick Mahomes' arm. Doesn't have it. I'm just telling you what I think. If you ask me the question, I'm giving you the answer.
I feel you. If they give him an offensive line, maybe he can have that kind of ability.
But they can't because they're taking him.
They have 2 draft picks.
All right, but anyway, though, before I was so rudely interrupted by KG.
Sorry.
I almost said something stupid right there, but I didn't. I stayed on it. All right, here we go.
Yes.
So here's the thing.
All right.
Where with Caleb Williams, I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't. And I like that the Bears are going to take him. I love it. And we can cross the Bears off the list. My fear with the Bears is they're still good enough to overcome this. You know, the 49ers overcame their kind of draft snafus before?
Absolutely.
I don't – that's my fear. The Bears can still overcome it. Where are you on them?
I think Caleb I'm going to get a little detailed with this one. Not long, but a detailed. I think Caleb Williams is going to be a clear and present upgrade over Justin Fields in a situation that is slowly but surely improving. They've got some young offensive linemen who's I think have bright futures, and like Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright, who was a rookie last year. I think he'll make a leap. You see what they've got with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. I think those are nice receivers to have. Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift, and Khalil Herbert as a duo, I actually think is pretty good. Yeah. So Caleb Williams, he's got a better arm than Justin Fields. I like him a lot more than you, and I think that this situation is actually not as dire as some people think.
He's insulated, and that's the whole thing. If he wasn't insulated, then I would agree with you, Neal.
Oh, no. Like I said, I'll keep it 100. Like the Bears scare me.
Yeah.
They do. Like their roster construct scares me. Their draft capital situation scares me. And we saw the 49ers do this. Yeah. They made a monumental mistake, and they made a couple Super Bowls after.
Brock Purdy fell out of heaven.
Yep. They had to hit the ultimate long shot, but they did.
They did.
So here they are.
They did.
Yep. All right. What do we got?
We need to go to break, I believe. We got Premier Pet.
Oh, Premier Pet Supply. That's right. I have this one sitting right here, as a matter of fact. When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply. Hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Guys, we like this, right? Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, the lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
And with the first pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Les Stanford Chevrolet, Metro Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer. If you need to buy a car, go to Les Stanford Chevrolet. They got locations in Dearborn, and they've got one on Woodward Avenue, just a little bit south, a little in the Ferndale area. You have a 2022 Silverado, $289 a month. Give them a call, 844-921-0780. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Neal, Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. Kool-Aid in the house.
What up, though?
As well. What up, though, Kool-Aid? And, of course, we have KG. Let's wrap up this NFC North nickel package. Hold on, Danny G.
All right.
Did I just join the Chicago Sports Network? Well, Danny G, are the Bears not in the Lions division?
Right.
Is it not relevant to talk about the competition and the threat to them winning the division, Danny G? Is that okay? Do I need to run the program decisions by you, Danny G? Do I have to do that going forward? I'll ask you. DM me your number, and I'll give you the show sheet rundown and see if it's relevant to Detroit sports or not. All right, let's go.
All right, 4th down on the NFC North nickel package. Where does this division fit in the NFL now? Because it sure seems like it got better quickly.
Didn't it, man? Like,
Yeah.
Remember, we're like, hey, we're here for 3 years, and these other teams are trash. And then, you know what happened? They kind of took a page from the Brad Holmes book, playbook, draft capital.
Yeah.
What did the Packers do? Traded the diva Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Now they got another draft pick because of it. They got 2 more draft picks coming because of it. So, it's one of those things where I think the playbook was shown a little bit, and that's how you do it. And that's what teams have done. The Vikings, 2 picks in the first round. The Bears, 2 picks in the top 10. So, yeah, that's how you get better in the NFL. It's not the NHL, Flan. I don't know if you know this or not. Like, when you draft dudes, they come and play right away. You don't have to wait 3 years.
I understand. Very much understood. But, yeah, when you look at the NFC North, it's one of the I would say maybe one of 2 divisions in the NFL right now. And don't get me wrong, the Vikings are the biggest long shot, where you see some progress in all of the teams. Obviously, we know what the Lions did, but even the Vikings, a team that everybody talks about as the bottom feeder, they got a couple of edge rushers in a Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. They got a linebacker in Blake Cashman. They knew that you can't go through another season with Alexander Madison as your starting running back, and so they went out and got Aaron Jones, and Sam Darnold's not a terrible bridge. And we all know that, like, I know you're high on the Bears and their roster construction. We saw the Packers actually make the playoffs last year. So, yeah, it's definitely, I would say it's the best division in the NFC. Maybe you could argue the NFC West, but even with the Arizona Cardinals, I think they're still going to be bad. So, yeah, best division in the NFC. Certainly better than the NFC South or East.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, ECL. Neal is not wrong. I live next door to USC, so I see it every Saturday. When the chips are down, he crumbles. Not strong mentally. He must have everything perfect. Next, Ryan Leaf, in my humble opinion.
Okay.
That's a big Tell me one moment of Caleb Williams' triumph. Tell me one moment where he put a team, a program on his back and said, no, we're winning. Tell me one time. Tell me one time.
Those games where they were giving up 45 points and everything. I'm not going to knock Caleb Williams.
No, I know, but tell me the one time. And I get that, KG, and I understand that. But tell me the one time he said, not today. You know how quarterbacks do that from time to time? We've seen quarterbacks do it.
When you have a defense that consistently gives up 40-plus points, here's the thing, and this is where I'm going to knock my guy, for example, and you're going to appreciate this. This idea that Caleb Williams is somehow not a winner, but J.J. McCarthy is, I reject that 100%.
Really?
And I'm the biggest J.J. McCarthy fan that you'll ever see.
That's facts.
But he had the best.
I can't wait to hear this.
I mean, J.J. McCarthy benefited from the best defense in the country. There were 18 guys, 18 who went to the NFL scouting combine. Obviously, Blake Corum, Roman Wilson turned out to be better than we think. Guys like Colston Loveland, the best offensive line. I don't care what the Joe Moore Award said this year. So J.J. McCarthy's a good quarterback, and he's a great prospect. But to call him a winner and Caleb Williams somebody who doesn't rise to the occasion is so absurd, because J.J. McCarthy had a much better situation, better running game, and a monumentally better defense. I'm talking about like a 20 times better defense than USC had. And that's my guy.
Right. But I saw it with J.J. McCarthy. Like, I get it. Like, I don't think he's going to be good, but I saw moments where stuff was in peril, and I saw him make plays. He's got the juice, whatever you define it as. I never saw Caleb Williams never in a big spot come through. Never.
Between Oklahoma and USC, you've never seen him?
Never. Tell me a big win.
We got UCLA in 2022. Notre Dame at home in 2022 to his Heisman year. Lost to Tulane because the USC's bum-ass defense gave up 46 to Tulane. Oh, my God, Caleb Williams not a winner. Oh, my God, Caleb Williams can't do anything. He doesn't rise above. He can't overcome.
Tell me the big win.
Notre Dame's a pretty damn big win in USC. It is a big win.
And when was this?
This was 2022, his Heisman season. This was his Heisman year.
Okay.
2023, I get it. They lost.
So he's at home. The wind was kind of at his back, right? There was no adversity.
I know that game where they played Washington and gave up 52. Man, Caleb Williams is just not a winner. What a loser! He can't lead his team to 55. Bum.
Penix was able to overcome it. Why can't he?
Because Penix also has a top O-line, 3 top wide receivers.
So he has the wind at his back, you're saying?
No quarterback gets fault for losing those kind of games, but Caleb Williams is a loser. Caleb Williams is a loser, and J.J. McCarthy is the ultimate winner. And I'm a J.J. McCarthy simp, but that's ridiculous.
I could vibe with you if I've seen it. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Because you've never seen it.
I saw J.J. McCarthy with a national championship on the line, 3rd and 16, make play after play after play on third downs. I saw that happen.
That's fine, because throughout the season, he had a team that greatly helped him get to that point.
Yeah.
Michigan had the best defense in the country, a historically great defense, one of the best defenses ever by the numbers. Yeah. And you're going to see it borne out in this draft and the one after it. USC did not. I hate this idea that Caleb Williams is some sort of loser or something because he can't lead his team to 45 points a game.
Lems 31M says he's also playing against terrible defenses too. No, but Flannel doesn't. There's that takes nuance to understand that. And that's where Sam Flannel checks out.
So Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick, is a big old loser. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, we gonna see.
We're gonna. Yeah. That's the beauty of the NFL.
Keep the receipts. Detroit's villains. The only win I can think of for Caleb Williams that was huge was when he came back and beat Texas when he was with Oklahoma. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
That was Oklahoma, and Notre Dame, and losses in which his defense gave up 52. Let's see, 48. I could go on.
He's always the second best quarterback in the stadium all the time.
He's not the second best quarterback.
He's always the second best quarterback in the stadium.
He was the second best quarterback to Sam Hartman. He was the second best quarterback to Utah's backup. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why football is a complicated game. He was the second best quarterback to UCLA's quarterback. I don't even know who he was this year.
On that day, I guess he was.
That's ridiculous. Yep, it's all the quarterback. Only the quarterback. Nothing else matters. Nothing else. And Caleb Williams is going to be a bum because he's lost in college. That's stupid.
Shit, yeah. Should we go to 5th down?
Yes, we should.
All right. 5th down on the NFC North nickel package. What do you think the Packers will do at 25?
They're going to do what they always do.
Defense.
They're going to take some safety that I've never heard of before. You pencil this one in.
I think it's a corner, but go ahead. Yep.
Some defensive back that you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
And then he'll be there for 9 years.
Pretty much.
I know that's how that's going to happen.
It's the Packers' way.
It's the Packers' way. and like one of their offensive linemen that is like a cornerstone, it was a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know this is how this is going to go down. It's gonna be that defensive back that somebody says we had him as a 3rd round grade, and then he'll be there for 9 years. I already know it. I can pencil it in.
There's too many cornerbacks available who I think will be available at that stage who I think are 1st round prospects. I think what the Packers should do, if I were them, not what I want them to do as a Lions fan, what I think the Packers should do is just go best corner available. Jair Alexander has shown signs that his play is slipping, and he might be a bit of a malcontent.
Right.
Hello going onto the field when you're not a captain. And Eric Stokes was injured, and he kind of sucks. So they need a corner. I think they'll go best corner available. But, hey, if they decide to go with, I don't know, like a TJ Tampa or somebody like that who's not selected, who's not slotted as a 1st-round pick, I wouldn't be shocked either.
And TJ Tampa is a perfect example. And then TJ Tampa, I'm calling it now. TJ Tampa will have a pick 6 next year at some point in a home game.
Fair enough. Okay.
In a home game at Lambeau. You know those games where they play like Washington, and it's like 14-13.
Yeah.
And they're like, and the Packers were like a 7.5 point favorite. He'll get the pick 6 with 3 minutes to go, take it back to the house, and that's how they'll win.
I can see it. I swear.
100%. 100%. Let's go Red Wings party. Caleb Williams, last year, first big game at Notre Dame. 199 yards, a touchdown, 3 picks.
That's
bad. Your guy?
That was bad. Yep.
I try to guys, I try to talk to him. He won't listen to me.
One bad game means that's who he is as a quarterback. That's fine. I don't understand, though, why there's this groundswell of, like, Caleb Williams is a bust, Caleb Williams is terrible, and stuff like that. I
gave you my reasons.
I did.
I gave you mine. All right, let's take this break, come back, get to the next nickel package. Planet Fitness, everybody. We are live at the Planet Fitness Studios. Best gym in the gym game. I was in there today. I got my miles in for the week already. I prepaid them. So today I was just kind of worked on stretching and all that stuff I never do. And you can do all of it at Planet Fitness. They have a stretch station that's out there, a machine. They have everything you need at Planet Fitness. I'm going to go back to this one. This isn't on their corporate sheet. Some of you are out there paying $80, $90, $100 a month for a gym membership. Why? Because they have a rock wall? You don't need a rock wall. You need Planet Fitness. Black Card member, $24.99 a month. You can go to any Planet Fitness in the world. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. There's 2,500 of them. Next weekend, I'll be down at the Coconut Creek one down in Florida. It's how I roll, and it doesn't matter because Planet Fitness, the best gym in the gym game. Go to Planet Fitness, join there. Pull in the parking lot of anyone, you can join there. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Nashville Hot Chicken is back, featuring fresh, crispy Nashville Hot Chicken tenders, Nashville Hot Chicken sandwich, and Nashville Hot Loaded Fries. Damn, that sounds good. And their newest creation, Nashville Hot Pizza. This limited time offer is a must try. Visit Sorokis.com to place your order or stop at one of their 11 convenient locations. That is Soroki's.
Nashville Chicken, man, slaps. No doubt about that. Back at it. Coming down the stretch here on a Friday. Big D Energy, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. My name is Neal Ruhl. Kool-Aid in the house.
What up, dog?
And, of course, we got KG mixing and scratching as well. Danny G, it became popular to hate on Caleb Williams. That's all. No, Danny G, I gave you the reasons why. I never saw it.
You never saw it.
I never saw it. Never saw it.
I mean...
Yeah, I thought you would hate on him more for like his attitude and antics, maybe ego.
No, I'll never get mad at people about their business.
Yeah.
About what they do with their business. Because I want the bag too. I value the bag.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't hate on that.
I got a little help from the bullpen, actually. And I got to give these guys credit because I was a little caught off guard by the Caleb Williams slander, and I'll admit it. This is from Easy, because Patrick Mahomes didn't win in college. Did we ever see it with him in college, according to some? No, the Texas Tech defenses were some of the worst ever. And this is from Spenmo Rex. Usually in the TD booth, Caleb Williams was 12-0 at USC when his defense let up less than 32 points. Defense matters. It matters.
Let's pull those opponents, shall we? Because I know USC's non-conference schedule.
Fine.
Pull those opponents.
Oh, he challenged you, Sam.
Tell me about San Jose State.
All right.
And how they still busted him for over 200 yards rushing.
You know Sam do this stat shit.
They still busted him. That was Caleb Williams' fault, right? That was Caleb Williams' fault.
I'm saying, though.
That was Caleb Williams' fault.
I'm saying, though.
All right, fine. Hate on Caleb Williams all you want.
All right, we got our sports media and sports business nickel package as well. Make your prediction, 2023 Fields or 2024 Caleb. I mean, you guys know where I am.
Oh, my God.
Fields has an elite trait. He has an elite trait that is known.
So what? Who gives a shit if he can run? He can't throw. He didn't improve at all as a thrower. He didn't improve at all. You gave him DJ Moore. And he still can't throw worth shit. I'm so tired of you just Justin Fields. Justin Fields.
That's an over-exaggeration.
All you ever do is shit on Josh Allen, shit on Justin Herbert, shit on Trevor Lawrence. But when you come to Justin Fields, it's
Flannel. The difference is they shit themselves, those guys that you just listed.
Justin Fields has never shit himself. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Justin Fields has played 18 games in the league or whatever the number is, dude. And I didn't say, and where have I said, Justin Fields is next? I've never said that. I said he has an elite trait, and between grief and nothing, I would take grief and take Justin Fields. Is he great? No. Is Chicago's roster insulated enough for it to work? I believe it is.
Fine. Justin Fields blows.
That's the proper analysis.
All right.
For me, Justin Fields is better than Josh Allen. I never said that before. That's a straw. Hey, to use your word, that's straw man shit that you're using right there.
You pick and choose who you praise, and you pick and choose.
No. I go by what I see. I go by what I see.
Go what you see. You have said infinitely more positive words about Justin Fields than Josh Allen. That is a fucking fact.
He is nowhere near as far down the highway as those guys are.
I understand.
Nowhere near.
I understand, but he has had 3 years in the NFL. To act like he's just some rookie who's only had bums around him is.
I'll tell you this: next year the Bears will win more games with Justin Fields than they would with Caleb Williams.
That's false. We'll see. We'll see.
I know. That's why I love
you
it.
Think you think Caleb Williams is Ryan Leaf. Somebody actually fucking said that because they're an idiot, and you didn't even have any pushback. You're just like, oh yeah, he's Ryan Leaf, even though Ryan Leaf is literally the worst quarterback who ever played in NFL history. Not for his draft position. Period. But that's Caleb Williams. Fine.
Didn't know we was going to get a boxing match. Should we get into this?
Yes, we should.
All right. The sports media money nickel package. Number one, first down. Caitlin Clark is on the verge of $15 to $20 million with a deal with Nike. Your thoughts?
And look, because all I ever heard about was the salary, right? Like the Caitlin Clark salary. That's what I heard about.
Right.
That salary seems to be pretty much in line. And oh, by the way, for the people that were flipping out about the salary, ... When you want to go buy your daughter these Nike shoes and they're $175, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
That's the truth. That is true.
This cuts both ways, everybody. When her shoes are $175 because Nike gave her $20 million, I don't want to hear the complaints. This is how it works. She's getting a full-on Nike deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 figures, closer to 20 than 10. So with that comes the $175 shoes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
The salary is about in line with what WNBA players make based on the fact that they've never turned a profit. However, the fact that she is probably the most famous, maybe female athlete ever at this point, if Nike wants to drop the bag on her, fine.
And she deserves it because she'll push product.
Yep.
That's how this works, everybody.
Yeah.
She is being paid commensurately with her ability to push product. And that product will be a commensurate price with what Nike has to do to make money on it. So everybody I don't want to see it. I'm looking for it, too. I'll be looking for that. How are they going to charge $175 for Caitlin Clark's shoes? Because Nike gave her $20 million.
Yep.
That's why.
They need return on investment.
And you say, I want it to be business. I want the business market. This is the business market. So that's going to cut both ways. Wendy Espinoza, Nike gave her $20 million. They're talking 5 figures, closer to 20 than 10. That's what they're talking right now. That's
and I know
what I've heard.
with the WNBA and all that, there's always some great debate on should they be paid more. To Flannel's point, they're not really turning a profit right now. They're being subsidized by the NBA. But the players that deserve to be paid, they generally wind up with the money, whether it be through overseas contracts or through some of these endorsement deals that we see the players that are deserving, they get those things.
Kalamazoo, there's no way Caitlin Clark is more famous than Simone Biles. Kalamazoo, here's the deal. Caitlin Clark can sell shoes directly. Simone Biles cannot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's
all.
not even a good comparison.
Like, guys, get away from this. Is money we're talking about now. This isn't what's right. This isn't how we feel. It's none of that stuff. You got to get out of that line of thinking, Kalamazoo. Who can sell more shoes?
Right.
Caitlin Clark can. And that's why she's getting the money. Yeah. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
This is what we say we wanted, right? Well, when we talked about her salary, hardcore business. This is hardcore business.
Well, and she also very much is more famous than Simone Biles at this stage, but that's neither here nor there.
And Simone Biles is a gymnast. It's not a good comparison.
It's not a good comparison. All right, second down.
All right, second down on the sports media nickel package. NBA play-in games TV ratings were up 25% from last year. You all say you hate the NBA. Someone is lying.
I want to know who's lying. Who's lying? Because you in the chat, do they not? We have a faction of fans.
There are a lot of people that say that.
I hate the NBA. Well, the ratings are up 25% in the play-in games. Some of you out there are lying.
That's fact.
Well, and also the I'm not going to watch if LeBron's playing. People are also lying.
Yeah.
Because I also think there was a bump with that. Usually, I mean, this was a weird play-in because you had
this wasn't the Lakers night. This was the first night.
Sure, and you also had like Joel Embiid being in a play-in game, which is kind of weird, but like he was out for so much of the year.
Yeah, Golden State.
How is his team in a play-in game?
Because
he's an MVP.
He was out for a long time, which is his problem. Yeah, he's always hurt.
You know the Sixers are nothing without Embiid.
Yeah, he's always hurt.
I know he's an MVP. How can they be in a playing game?
Because he wasn't available.
Why wasn't he available?
Because he's
oft injured. That's why.
Oh,
he's great, but he's oft injured.
It's funny. Jokic plays every game. All right.
I knew you was covered with that.
It's weird.
I mean, it is true. It's facts. But
Matt says I haven't watched a single NBA game all year. Well, Matt, somebody has.
That's fact.
I'm not saying it's you. Maybe it is. But maybe it's not. But somebody's watching it.
If you're not watching it, you wouldn't be saying anything.
It's becoming like a weird flex that people use. Like, I don't watch the NBA.
Yeah, it is weird. I'm with you on that. I don't get it either. All right, third down.
All right, third down on the Sports Media Nickel package. Sports Center was the highest rated non-NBA show Wednesday night. You all say you don't watch Sports Center or ESPN anymore. Someone is lying.
Yeah, it's really weird. All I hear about all the time. I don't watch ESPN. ESPN's not about sports or anything like that. And yet there's old Sports Center.
ESPN, I want to say they're back. And them being a majority or like an equity partner with the NFL, that pretty much shows you right there that ESPN is back. Pat McAfee, the changes they've made with some of the show hosts and stuff over the last couple of years, I think they're on their way back.
Shannon,
yep.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of talent acquisition and let a lot of people go in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. But somebody's lying because I was told nobody watches ESPN anymore, and it's over and it's dead. Well, especially Sports Center. Highlight shows are dead. That's what I was told. Weird.
There was a stretch like in the late 2010s, I think, seeping into 2020, where it was ran by John Skipper, and I know there was a lot of unsatisfaction with some of the shows out there, and then maybe not doing enough about sports, kind of doing more politics. But ever since, and I know they still dabble into that, but ever since then, ever since they got a new guy, it has been better. I know there's been some teetering when they had that rash amount of layoffs to guys like, Jalen Rose and Max Kellerman, just to name a few. But
Jay Williams.
And now it seems to have come back, especially getting a guy like Pat McAfee's huge, for example.
Yeah.
It's funny that people are trickling in. Yeah. I've been getting into the 30 for 30s recently, so I watch those frequently. And everyone's just kind of, they're kind of
They gradually going back.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey,
the program,
I watch, and then they go back away.
In defense, though, the programming has gotten a little bit better.
It has.
So there's 100%. That. All right, third down.
All right, third down on the Sports Media Nickel package. Actually, that was third down. Fourth down. The WNBA topped out at 3.1 million viewers. The LA Kings / Minnesota game that followed the WNBA draft topped out at 439,000 viewers. Does that surprise you?
Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Ryan's reaction: Woodward Sports Network greater than ESPN. I agree with that.
I
definitely agree with that.
Big shout out.
But Flannel, 3.1 million viewers, and look, we know the Caitlin Clark effect is driving that. But it led into the NHL on ESPN.
Yeah.
The Kings and the 439,000. There were almost 10 times the amount of people watching the WNBA draft in an NHL game. I am surprised by that. I am. I'm surprised it's so low.
I guess what are the standards for a regular season NHL game would be my question. Am I surprised by the difference? 100%. Am I surprised that a regular season NHL game isn't getting huge viewership? Not necessarily. And with this draft, for example, you've got, you have the Caitlin Clarks, obviously, and the Angel Reese, and even like the Sabrina Brink or somebody like that. Those have kind of become big names. So the difference is surprising, but I could kind of see a path, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just stunned that it's that low.
It's pretty glaring. Yeah,
that is absolutely wild to me. Freddie Feld, I would rather watch C-SPAN than ESPN.
Damn.
Man, that is tough right there. Chuck Brewer, Neal, the only sports show I watch right now, Woodward Sports Network. I appreciate that, Chuck. Thanks for tapping in. All right, we got one more, right?
Yep. So fifth down on the Sports Media Nickel package. The Red Sox Boston Marathon Day game topped out at 150,000 viewers. To be fair, it was on MLB Network. The 1 a.m. re-air of the WNBA draft got 30,000 viewers. Is the MLB in trouble?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no.
They've been teetering on being in trouble for a while.
But that was sobering, too. So let's say that again. The Red Sox Boston Marathon Day game got 150,000 viewers. Now, yes, I know it was on MLB Network. Yeah. That's like a niche network. The 1 a.m. Eastern Time re-air of the WNBA draft got 30,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes and no, it's in trouble. No, because while the postseason viewership is down to some degree, it's still pretty strong. It's for the postseason. I think, again, and you've heard me say this before, and I'll say it again. The issue for baseball is we have shown ourselves to be a society. We are a big event society. We are not concerned with the mundane. We will not show up on a Tuesday night. The LA Dodgers don't draw on a Monday night. We have shown time and time again, look at Pistons fans. When Golden State's in town on a Friday night, can't get a ticket.
Sure.
And that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You can't get a ticket. But, when Charlotte's in town on a Tuesday night, you can't give a ticket away. We're just a big event society, man. We want to put it on the gram that we're there. And that's it. Like, that's what we are now.
Nobody knows more about that dichotomy than Mr. Kool-Aid right here, who goes to every game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can confirm all what Neal said, right?
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
And
definitely.
Yeah, and also baseball, there's 162 of them, obviously. Even like a marathon game, it was a weird 11:10 a.m. start, which is a tradition, which is something that they do every year, but people are at work. And it also, baseball, I think it's shown to be more of a regional sport. Like, you've got your baseball towns, but on like for example, Sunday night baseball isn't, unless you're the man who usually sits here, isn't really that big of a deal.
That dork.
Yeah.
What a dork.
But Boston, St. Louis, Chicago, even the Tigers when they're good, like good baseball towns, they'll watch. But yeah.
It's the MLB's fault.
Matt says new fans don't watch games on TV. And Matt, you're right to a point with that. You are. They don't watch them day to day. But the top-end sports viewership ratings are higher than they've ever been. Like top-end events, NBA finals, like deciding games, stuff like that. They're the highest viewed. Obviously, we know the Super Bowl because we're all conditioned to watch it. But the big moments, we watch.
Yeah,
we watch.
Absolutely.
But we're not watching on a Tuesday night when it's Charlotte.
No,
right.
We're just not doing it.
It's facts.
All right, what's the last break here? We got Lady Jane's, right?
Yeah, we do.
Lady Jane's, of course. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in and sit back and relax and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Neal Ruhl here for Woodward Sports Merchandise. That's right, woodwardsports.com/shop. Get your stuff ready for the NFL Draft. We're going to be downtown in less than a week, people. Act accordingly. Get the Stoke Not Scared shirt. Get the Brad Holmes Guy shirt as well. woodwardsports.com/shop. All right, final segment of the show. Big D Energy, Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac Kool-Aid, and of course KG as well. Just cleaning up the comments here. DNC ENT. Nobody's watching the WNBA draft at 1 a.m. People are just sleeping with their TVs on. Well, the point of the story is it got up in the neighborhood of the Red Sox game live on MLB Network. I'm just saying. That's 1 a.m. Eastern. That counts.
It counts.
That absolutely counts. GW the Kid, stop picking who you're picking the WNBA versus. Those were the TV events in that time.
Yeah.
I'm not picking it. The networks picked it. And then you guys picked who you were going to watch. I have nothing to do with it. Sorry about that, GW the Kid. I didn't make this stuff up. There's a website that has it all right there for you. So again, it's a snapshot. KG, you were talking about baseball and how they haven't grown.
Yeah.
So I guess I would circle back for those of you that watched the beginning of the show. Is baseball too light-skinned?
Baseball is the most light-skinned of all the sports.
Really?
Yes.
So in the black community, those that play baseball, do they skew more dark-skinned or more light-skinned?
They're definitely more light-skinned.
Really?
Yeah.
You said that with conviction.
It's the truth.
Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
He seems compromised.
Am I?
I don't know. I don't know if you are. I said you seem compromised. Like the conviction you answer these questions.
The darker-skinned black folks are playing basketball and football.
Okay. Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree? The
You
black
know
community
what?
that plays baseball.
From personal experience,
That's what
I
I'm looking
actually
for.
played baseball in high school in addition to basketball as well.
No,
Hey,
but tell them
second
what they
team
had you
all-league,
doing.
too.
Tell them what they had you doing. No, see, you got to add that part.
Look, second team
Be ready to
all-league.
dump this show at any moment,
Yeah, right.
KG. All right.
I led all down river in steals, stolen bases. They got me on base. They said just run. I was getting 2 of them things a time,
So a walk was a triple.
bro. I was even still at home.
Like Jackie Robinson.
I'm dead serious.
Oh, my God.
I like it, Kool-Aid. I like it.
That's hilarious.
Flannel, you're nervous as hell sitting over there,
No,
aren't you, again?
So you were a steal at home, just like Jackie Robinson. Did the catcher, just like Yogi Berra, get up and just like demonstratively say like no, like we've all seen that highlight. Just pissed.
Here on Mark N says,
man.
"Come on,
I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth.
we
man.
deal in truth, right?"
Yeah. The fact that they had him just stealing bases is crazy, though. But,
It was wild, man.
Silky Johnson, the hater. I believe they're called Dominican. No, I asked specifically the black community.
Right.
I didn't ask about the Caribbean community. None of that.
Yes,
we
and
deal in facts.
I see Ken Griffey in there. He is the one exception. Okay, there's not a lot of exceptions, but he's one of them. Okay.
All right, we better get out of here before
Yeah.
Sam Flannel pisses himself.
Right.
I'm fine.
You notice how he like taps out though?
Yeah.
Like I want to have the discussion.
We know you want to be more educated on the.
That's
on the
what I'm
matter.
saying. That's
So,
all. It just comes from a place
but-
of wanting to know information.
Listen, I'm not mad at Sam. Just stay out of it. Like it's just
That's why I'm good in any hood in Pontiac, man.
That is true. You ain't got to check in nowhere.
I don't have to check in nowhere. All right, great show, guys. I had a blast.
No, this
it was
was
a
fun.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it, everybody. Have a great weekend. For Sam Flannel, for Kool-Aid,
What up,
for
though?
KG, I'm Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in Big D Energy. Well, see you later. Let me guess, Kool-Aid, you were number 42?